Well, hello everybody. I know it's been a while since I've been here, but could not be helped. Overwhelming amount of things to do. I am here now, but next week I will be traveling, so I won't be here. And I've been doing a lot of pastel painting, and so I think next time I'm just going to share some of those and not do an I Ching reading. I don't know. I'll do one or the other. Who knows? Stay tuned. But right now, there's just so much going on in this world. Oh no! Spare me. I don't remember who it was that said the world is too much with us. But that is for sure the truth. So let's ask Mama Jane what she has to say for us. What is it that we need to know for today? Today only. Friday, the 13th of June. Hang in there, folks. Here it comes. Okay, let's open up this. Let us put this down just in case. And what do we have here? We have a head. We have a tail. And we have another head. So we have two heads and a tail, and that is a yin broken line. Let's see, it's 625. 625.25. All right, so we're going to start with, it's an 8, which is a yin broken line. All right, what do we need to know for today? A head, a tail. Once again, 8, yin, broken line. And then we have, what do we need to know for today? How do we get through today, Mama Jane? One day at a time. Sometimes it's one breath at a time. Okay, a head, a tail, and a tail. Aha! That is a yang line. So this is your lower trigram. What do we need to know to get through today in this crazy world? Tail, head, tail. Okay. Another yang line. That's a 7. That's a yang line. Head, tail. Are we going to have a reverse image? Stay tuned. What is it that we need to know, Mama Jane, to get through today, Friday the 13th? Head, and head. Aha, that's a 9. Okay, so it's not a reverse image. This is the upper trigram. It's a yin line between two yang lines. No changing lines. Oh, and when I was first starting to learn the I Ching, I wrote this in my book. Heads are worth 3, tails are worth 2, and then I laid it out, and these are the changing lines, and this is what it changes to. You might want to do that in your book, if you have a book. Hopefully you do. All right, so let's bring it over here. Excuse me. The bottom trigram is Ken, and the upper trigram is Li, right? Yes. So we take Ken and go over to Lee. Oh my, 64. Excuse me, that's the last trigram. Punto final. All right. No, that's not 57. We need to take a look at 64. Of course. This is the ding for you. Before completion. And that's a wonderful image to keep in our minds, because everything might feel like this is it, it's the end, but it's before completion. Below we have Khan, which is the abysmal water. In other words, it's flowing down. And up above we have the flame, which the direction is upward. So we have a light principle up above, moving upwards. And the water is moving downwards. And I love what it says here. This hexagram indicates a time when the transition from disorder to order is not yet completed. Well, I have no doubt about that. The change is indeed prepared for, since all the lines in the upper trigram are in relation to those in the lower. However, they are not yet in their places, with bright shining faces. Okay, the judgment before completion, success. But if the little fox, after nearly completing the crossing, gets his tail in the water, there is nothing that would further. Conditions are difficult. Holy smackerels, you can say that again. The task is great and full of responsibility. It is nothing less than that of leading the world out of confusion back to order. And I believe that that is our task. That is our task set before us. But it is a task that promises success because there is a goal that can unite the forces now, tending in different directions. Wouldn't that be nice? At first, however, one must move warily, like an old fox walking over ice. The caution of a fox walking over ice is proverbial in China. His ears are constantly alert to the cracking of the ice as he carefully and circumspectly searches out the safest spots. A young fox who has yet not acquired this caution goes ahead boldly, and it may happen that he falls in and gets his tail wet when he is almost across the water. Then, of course, his effort has been all in vain. Accordingly, in times before completion, deliberation and caution are the prerequisite of success. Yes, there's a certain amount of deliberation and caution that is needed, but so is action. You can deliberate until doomsday and never take action. The image, fire over water, the image of the condition before transition. Thus, the superior man is careful in the differentiation of things so that each finds its place. And that is exactly what it seems like it's called for. We don't have to all be the same. We don't have to all think the same, look the same, act the same, want the same things, etc. But everything should have its place and not create chaos and confusion and disorder. When fire, which by nature flames upward, is above, and water, which flows downward, is below, their effects take opposite directions and remain unrelated. If we wish to achieve an effect, we must first investigate the nature of the forces, in question, and ascertain their proper place. If we can bring these forces to bear in the right place, they will have the desired effect and completion will be achieved. But if, in order to handle external forces properly, we must above all arrive at the correct standpoint ourselves, that's the hard part. For only from this vantage can we work correctly. Yes, and so this goes along with the idea that the only person that you actually have any control or influence over is yourself. And so you work on yourself to achieve, as T.S. Eliot put it, that still point in the center. And when we act and speak from there, right action and right speech, as the Buddhists say, then we have the possibility of achieving success. Because everybody has very strong opinions these days, especially these days. And everybody knows they're right. It doesn't matter who you are or what you think, you know you're right. And here's somebody else who thinks something completely different, and they know they're right. So then the question becomes, how do you deal with it? Well, you try to find a solution that allows each individual, as much as possible. There will always be people who are unhappy, because some people aren't happy unless they're unhappy. But you allow each individual, each perspective, its proper place. And we respect the perspective that isn't our own, but we find a proper place for it. That is the message for today, and I think it's brilliant, of course, because it's Mama Jane. So leave a comment, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I am going to be traveling, so I will see you whenever. And before I go, if I have the time, I might do a little video of some of the paintings I've been doing. Would love your feedback. Okay, bye for now.